You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange, Sierra Leone. Orange.
Watching Liberty Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV.
Liberty Breakfast Show, where they come to you live from Liberty Online Television, with a stream na Facebook, YouTube, and also na we website, where they powered by Orange, Sierra Leone. Today, we will bring the program come to you this morning. My name na Khadija Bangura.
And Mina Mabel Kaba, good morning. Today now Thursday, the first day of August 2024. And inside this edition of the Breakfast Show this morning, you will hear from the Electricity Distribution and Supply Authority, EDSA, where they can give updates on waiting EDSA they do right now, especially where the authorities say then they can't change people they meter to the second generation. Waiting this mean, you will know inside the program this morning.
Well, all this and plenty other story them, then are the program for you this morning. If now you first turn this for watch the Liberty Online Television platform, I want to say a very big welcome to you, as this are the only digital platform where they give credible information about different things them where they happen all over the country. And if now you first them for watch na Facebook, don't forget to say you for press the follow button, follow the Facebook page, and also like the page, and put your post notification bell on, so that anytime we come online, you will get notification say we don't come online to various programs them they bring Cantona every day. And if now YouTube they watch we, now you first them, welcome to the YouTube channel. Now for also press the subscription button there and put your post notification bell on, so that anytime you come online, you will get notification bell say we don't count. Well, today we look at the energy sector. If you remember some time back, the minister Obindede we serve for almost 6 years when Alhaji Kanja Sisi he been tender in resignation where we make President Bio as president say in the seat as the Minister of Energy, he appoint another deputy, plus the deputy will be Dede, all for ensure say they solve the energy crisis we've been there in the country by then. And from that end to now, waiting on change, waiting and waiting they don't do, as the president being the Minister of Energy, go known at the program this morning. And just like all rainy season by now, people in Freetown especially can get at least 20 to 21 hours light. But this rainy season is different. We still the grumble of blackout in certain area them. Waiting they happen to the Bumbuna hydropower will be the supply light during rainy season at Freetown and some other parts them. All of that you go know inside the program this morning, and you go know the change way the EDSA said they can change people they meter them. All of that information there you go know this morning. In case you get question for EDSA, send them through the comment section. Now any of the platform there we do watch we, or you can as well text we on +232 74 200 545 +232 74 200 545. Now the number that the way you self go text this morning, and you will be part of the conversation.
All right, we continue with the breakfast show and look at one issue first before we can look at the issue we get to do with the energy sector. Usai, the chairperson for the Committee on Gender and Children's Affairs in Parliament, Honorable Catherine Zainab Tarawali, don't say. Then the push in Parliament for make workplace them begin 6 months maternity leave to woman them waking them born, so that they will get time for getting picking them exclusive bobby during the time when they na us. Well, Honorable Catherine Zainab Tarawali talk this, where salon them join other countries them na the world. For member the World Breastfeeding Week, where they begin today when at the 1st of August and it go end on the 7th of August. For let we know more about this, Mariatu Sharif go reports.
Salon don join other countries them na the world for celebrate the World Breastfeeding Week, when from August 1st to August 7 every year. For sake of this, Ministry of Health and Sanitation, together with them partner them, organize a press briefing and panel discussion with different people from various sectors na the country. And the theme for this year Breastfeeding Week, na closing the gap, breastfeeding support for all. Harold Thomas, na be the chairperson for this press briefing and panel discussion, and na the program's manager, Health Education Program na the Ministry of Health. Inside in opening remarks, he say for celebrate this day, as well for communicate the importance of breastfeeding for picking them na the country.
We gather here not only to celebrate the profound benefits of breastfeeding, but also to recognize the pivotal role that each of us play in supporting and promoting this vital practice that is breastfeeding. As we focus on the significance of breastfeeding, it is important to highlight the crucial role that the media plays in shaping public perceptions and driving positive change.
Honorable Catherine Zainab Tarawali, na the chairperson Committee of Gender and Children's Affairs, member of Committee of Health na Parliament. Inside in talk, he say, because of the importance of breastfeeding for both the pikin and the mama, he say, then they push for make Parliament pass the law for make women them begin get 6 months maternity leave, as well for make them get more time for suckle and picking them exclusively.
It helps you to have a tight and a bond relationship with your baby. My word today, as Parliament moves to increase what we call the maternity leave, a mother, a woman that is capable to still give birth, we push for the increment of maternity leave. And I think it's no more a news, it's an open secret. We are moving to 6 months. If you ask me to breastfeed for 6 months, you need to give me time to stay with my baby, to enjoy my time, to have a very good relationship, to keep fit, and to join him or her grow well. So 6 months is the best time.
Aminata Shamit Kouma, na the chief nutritionist na the Ministry of Health. Inside a young talk, he say breastfeeding important for newborn because he say it help prevent the pikin from infection, and say pikin where they suckle exclusively take 6 months, hardly for sick.
We dey call am God a young food for pikin. This na the ready-made food wey God make. It tailor-made for the pikin. Like what we can see, you get the colostrum, that first milk, that yellowish milk. Then we call am the first maclate, because you get all the thing for fat infection from the pikin. Because the pikin born, it be then a sterile environment. Now I don't canna with everything they born. It needs something to make sure say they able for fat infection. So that first colostrum, the other one, I get it for fat. Then this na milk way the mama they produce for the pikin. We say na God make the milk for the pikin.
Madam Manti Tarawali, na the Minister of State, Vice President Office, he say most of the die when infants pikin they die, na due to malnutrition, and he say malnutrition can happen more to pikin them where their mama then they give them water and food before time.
Although not all deaths of a child are a result of malnutrition, but we now know that many leading underlying causes of infant death in this country is as a result of malnutrition. And we know this from the research that was brought to us by the Ministry of Health and the CHAMPS program that highlighted this critical data. Why is that so? Because malnourished children as we've heard from all our speakers, are highly vulnerable to other diseases. They are so vulnerable, in fact, that they are 11 times more likely to die from common childhood illnesses than well-nourished children. Breastfeeding has an important role in the prevention of different forms of childhood malnutrition, including wasting, stunting, over and underweight, and micronutrient deficiencies.
I mean, talk to some comrades them we attend this program, but waiting and think about breastfeeding.
My advice we go give is that I encourage all comrades, may they adhere to the advices we then they give in the hospital for breastfeed them picking them, because it's very important. The advices and they very important. Yeah, when once you breastfeed the pikin, you will find out say the pikin go free for most of the bacteria, most of the sicknesses there. Yeah, the pikin will go fine. So now one advice is that one. Then secondly, me advice they go specifically to me comping comrade with a man, with the husband in the house. We need for support to be with them when it comes to breastfeeding. And we need for support them financially and physically. Because the reason being, waiting at the reason to make most of the comrades now they adopt that policy for breastfeeding kill them to 6 months now because they don't get the support from the man them, and they need to get the support. For breastfeed, not only the pikin, you get for upkeep the woman. The woman get for get the necessary food and support, where for able to make at least able breastfeed and pikin them for 6 months.
As Combra, I decide for doing pikin bobby every day exclusively, so that the pikin will grow well and help them for eradicate sickness.
Then people here end up calling them Combra and demand them for give them pikin the exclusive breastfeeding, as they say the benefits boku for the pikin and the mama. For Liberty Online TV, me na Maria to Sheriff.
All right, from that report today, we will continue the Liberty Breakfast Show where they come to you live from Liberty Online Television, where they stream live na Facebook, na YouTube, and also na our website where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. If you say for the watch, we want for the part of the conversation or get comments on any of the issues them what they discussed in the program this morning, send them through the number +232 74200 545, or you can as well drop your comments in the comment section. Now any of the platform them where they watch with this morning, where they continue the breakfast show and they look at other issues them inside the program this morning. Well, this being the government of Salone through the Ministry of Transport and Aviation being launched the single African air transport market as way for improve the air transportation, especially for Sierra Leone. Well, we reporter Mohamed be part of this launch and he go now report.
The Single African Air Transport Market, SATAM, na the flagship project of the African Union Agenda 2063, wey dem be launched inside January 2018 for address the air transport na Africa and for also help Africa airline them for move people and cargo easy across the continent without policy restriction and other non-physical barriers. As this day in line with African Civil Aviation Commission for implement the Yamasoko decision and SATAM across Africa, inside a welcome statement, the Minister of Transport and Aviation, Ambassador Alhaji Fande Toure, explained about the importance of SATAM na Salone.
I'm happy to state here that Sierra Leone, about 4 years ago, when the safety audit of express journeys was conducted, we scored 18%. But during the last audit, Sierra Leone leaped from 18% to 72%. The economic impact of a fully realized SATAM cannot be overstated. According to IATA, the aviation industry supports 6.2 million jobs and contributes 55.8 billion to Africa's GDP. Ethiopia's aviation sector, driven by the success of Ethiopian Airlines, is a testament to how a strong aviation industry can significantly boost the nation's economy and employment.
Alhaji Fande Toure same also talk about the benefits them where SATAM go bring na the country.
This move is in line with the government's commitment to diversify the economy. We believe that aviation, if given the requisite attention and investment, can serve as a major enhancement for trade facilitation, job creation, and general economic growth. Market liberalization is another critical area of focus. By removing restrictive bilateral agreements, we can open up the skies and foster competition, leading to better services and lower airfares.
Way in the talk, the regional director for International Air Transport Association, Adefunke Adeyemi, talk about why important for make African countries them come together for overcome the challenge that the African aviation markets.
Our main objective here today is to engage with all of you, the government of Sierra Leone, with the government representatives of the BAC states, to engage on how best we can use air transport as a facilitator, not only to promote and increase tourism and trade between the BAC countries and African countries, but also to create new opportunities in trade and in travel within the bloc through the transfer and movement of people, goods, and services, leading to a complex interplay of dynamics that will accelerate the economic growth and the development of the BAC countries.
As I talk, the Chief Minister, Dr. David Moina Senge, give assurance to SATAM, but government in support.
We will leave no stone unturned to ensure that the Single Africa Air Transport Market Framework is fully implemented. We also remain committed to promoting the application, implementation, and harmonization of the YE, the Single Africa Air Transport Markets Regulatory Text, and the revised African Civil Aviation Policy, and the guideline on air service agreements with non-African states. As we were reminded during the launch of the Single African Air Transport Market Framework at the Ordinary Summit of the African Union Assembly of Heads of States and Governments in 2018, there is only one Africa sky, a great and beautiful one at that, and it must be utilized in a way that improves the lives of our people. So I therefore join other speakers to encourage the African Airlines Association to take full advantage of this. SATAM has a goal as part of Agenda 2063, which, as I mentioned, informed our National Development Plan. And that goal is to enable African airlines to ease travel and trade.
Dr. David Senge end up say the government will support the single African air transport market as way for make movements easy and for also bring developments at the country. For Liberty Online TV, Mina Mohamed Kamara, the reports.
Back, you still watch the breakfast show on Liberty Online Television. and Remember, see the different platform them. Also, when they get with this morning, you can send on a comment them in the comment section or drop on a +232 74 200 545. We tell you to say today inside this edition of the breakfast show, where they can look at the energy sector and EDSA to be specific. Also, we can look at waiting at the current situation where you can buy electricity supply currently, especially in the capital city Freetown, and also the upgrade where EDSA say then they can do on people and meter them to the second generation. What all of this mean, we can discuss inside this edition of the breakfast show. And I pleasure this morning for welcome to the studio Sanepo, we na the director of communications na EDSA. Good morning, welcome to the breakfast show.
Good morning and thanks for having me.
All right, we can't talk about electricity, of course. We all know say then time of the year usually people like say we dey into the rains. Even EDSA don't they tell we say we come into the rains. Now time then the way stability for the in terms of electricity supply. But before we can hear from the people and how the interview get for the goal, we just get them from the horse's mouth first. From EDSA, how you go describe electricity supply, especially to the capital city right now? Is it stable?
Thank you very much. Yes, I would say to a certain extent it's stable. even though, yes, of course, we not deviate from the fact that we are also faced with challenges. And some of the challenges, they are inevitable. For instance, we all know the weather situations around the country, especially in Freetown. We don't record continuous heavy downpour of rain, and then they get adverse effects on the network distribution infrastructure. Of course, who experience continuous downpour of rain, will affect the poles, we don't record falling poles, hot wires. We also experience network glitches around the infrastructure. So, but always this has been happening almost every time around the year. So, what we don't do is we don't also prepare ourselves for ensure say, as and when then kind of thing there happen, we forget the infrastructure for address them appropriately. So yes, of course, we don't record all of this.
You are watching Liberty Online TV. You are watching Liberty Online TV.